Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Flip 4 are interesting refinements this year, but after using both for a bit, I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on these two devices. Let's first dive into the Galaxy Z Flip 4. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 in this matte blue color looks amazing. It's also more practical being matte as it doesn't slide off my coffee tables, desk, etc. like the glossy Flip 3 did last year. Like the Flip 3 though, not much has really changed here on the Flip 4. If you were to put the Flip 3 and 4 side by side or see either in the wild, you really wouldn't be able to tell a difference. They're really that similar. Not that it's a totally bad thing, but just something to keep in mind. If you didn't like the Flip 3s last year, then you're probably not going to like the Flip 4's build either. The outer smaller front display is still not really useful, but we'll get into that more later. The hinge is stronger, tighter feeling, performance is still smooth as butter, backed by the latest Snapdragon chipset, better optimized this year, ensuring that buttery smoothness long term. The display is also bright, immersive, and beautiful, powered by a much needed larger battery. A battery that also charges slightly faster to top it off quickly in a pinch. Unlike the Flip 3's absolutely dismal battery, I can safely say the Flip 4's battery is what the Flip series desperately needed, and I'm okay with that being really the primary refinement here, keeping the Flip flipped, consuming more content without having to worry about constantly charging literally every 2 hours. The Flip 4, as I noted, hasn't changed a ton from the Flip 3 series. While I'm happy to see that the battery has significantly improved, I'm not so happy to see that Samsung barely updated the front display on the Flip 4. The Flip 4's outer smaller display still doesn't allow you to send your own replies to text or emails. Managing most notifications requires you to flip the Flip open, and it would be really nice to see if Samsung could improve this with updates or the next gen adding a similar experience to that of the Motorola Razr's front display, or even Samsung's own smartwatches where you can actually reply to messages right from the watch. I suppose it is nice that Samsung does include accessories like the Watch 5 this year with the Flip 4, but please, Samsung, give us a way to better manage notifications, taking true advantage of this outer display on the Galaxy Flip series. The cameras on the Flip 4, though, have only changed slightly, giving you S22 level photos, which is nice, but not worth me sharing all the photos, etc. that I took. Most of the time, I leave the Flip open since it's really the only way to manage the plethora of notifications I get daily between work and family. I typically close the Flip when I'm going out and downstairs between office and living areas, or when I'm driving, I close it, connecting wirelessly to Android Auto and throwing it in a dash out of sight, out of mind. I just wish that the outer display was more useful so I could keep the Flip flipped closed more often, especially given this smaller form factor, which I quite enjoy. Comment down below though and hit that like button while you're at it. Let me know your thoughts on the Samsung Flip series. Did you get a Flip 4? Let me know your thoughts and let's discuss in the comment section. I'm really interested to know what others think about this Flip series, and if you're also a Flip user and consumer that absolutely loves this form factor also, which is a good time to transition to the Fold 4, which not only has this massive internal display, but a new larger outer display that is more useful for everyday use, juggling the kids and notifications, or just great to use in general without absolutely needing that larger display. Now, included with my pre-order with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, I've been using this kickstand pen cover from Samsung, which I just want to note has been excellent and I can't recommend it enough. The case itself offers pretty solid protection without adding to the bulk of the already bulky Fold 4. While it doesn't protect the hinge itself, it does protect the rest of the Fold 4 quite well, though it's not just the added protection here that makes this probably the best case for the Fold 4. Rather, there's a kickstand that's really durable that clicks into place and it's easy to kick out when needed, propping up the Fold 4 to consume media or maybe pair a keyboard for a laptop-like experience. Then when you really want to feel productive and need to maybe take the pen with you, you can swap out that kickstand easily and swap in the pen case equipped with Samsung's Fold Style S Pen. This will add a bit of a curve to the back of the Fold 4, but at least you can open the Fold 4 while it's still attached. Laying the Z Fold 4 on a table with this pen though will cause it to rock, of course. Not a big deal, just wanted to note that. Not only am I a huge fan of this case, but the pen itself works well when needed. I don't use it a ton, but when I have, the added features are well integrated right out of the box and the pen is comfortable to use. Drawing, doodling, signing any PDF documents, for example, are great. And then when you're done, you can easily stash that pen away and off you go. Using the Z Fold 3 last year, I loved a lot of the refinements Samsung added from the Fold 1 and 2. I was hoping, like many with the Fold 4, that we'd see not just more refinements, but more innovation. Samsung supplies most of the other Android manufacturers with displays, which ultimately end up with no crease, but here we still have that crease. On the Fold 3, we did at least get an included screen protector, which was nice to see, but not on the Fold 4. The Fold 4 does not include a screen protector. If you're looking for a screen protector, you're going to have to get your own for that outer display. That outer display did get larger, and while it's more usable, it would be nice to see Samsung expand this display and maybe shrink it down a bit so it's not as tall. Comparing the design and build, it's very much the same, though, to the Fold 3 of last year. Honestly, even the Fold 4 being slightly and only slightly lighter than the Fold 3, you can barely tell side by side, hand in hand. The hinge has improved, also slightly similar to the Flip 4. It's tighter and more durable. I think Samsung is absolutely playing it safe when it comes to the Fold series until there's more equal competition in the space, unfortunately. The inner display with the crease I mentioned is pretty much identical side by side. Samsung did shrink the bezels, but ultimately they look the same. One of the biggest changes that I'm sure Samsung adds in a later software update to other Folds is the new dock at the bottom of the Fold's inner display. There's a quick toggle so that way you can access the app drawer on the far left. In the middle, you also have the recent apps for quicker access to switch between apps. Overall, that about covers the differences between the Z Fold 3 of last year and Samsung's latest Z Fold 4. The cameras are similar to that of the Z Flip 4, that they've improved ever so slightly, with the inner display camera remaining the worst camera I think really on any smartphone in 2022. Not enough differences though to share and compare photo samples. Plenty of other videos covering that already. Now, which of these two Folds would I buy in 2022 or 2023? Well, if you can find a good price on the Fold 3, just get the Fold 3. You're not really missing out on anything spectacular here. If you can capitalize on Samsung's trade-in deals and get the latest Fold 4 or for less than some of the Fold 3s, then go for it. Just know that it's not a huge difference in daily use between the two regardless. If the question is to go for the new Flip 4 or the new Fold 4, which would I choose? Well, while I don't like the front display on the Flip 4, I think of the two folding devices this year, the Flip 4 is the most improved just given that larger battery. The larger battery alone makes the Z Flip 4 significantly better than the Flip 3 from last year. I mean, what use is having a ton of new features if you're constantly charging to use said features? The Galaxy Fold 4 just doesn't offer enough changes, and it's not really exciting over the Fold 3 of last year. It's definitely a hard one for me to recommend between the two if I were asked personally. Hopefully next year Samsung moves beyond refining, bringing more innovation, giving us Fold fans a reason to truly upgrade. Thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.